While Democrats were coronating Kamala Harris at the DNC in Chicago, Vivek Ramaswamy swung by Trump Tower in the Windy City to stump for the former president. The Washington Examiner got to speak with Ramaswamy about his close personal friend, Trump's running mate, JD Vance, Tim Walz, Kamala Harris's running mate, and Walz's attacks on Vance's academic success and what that means for the decline of the American dream among the liberal left.
Yeah, I do find it a little bit bizarre, the demonization of success. And I think that in some ways it's bizarre, in some ways it's exactly what you'd expect. Because Democratic policies are fundamentally anti-meritocratic at their core. They believe in equity over equality of opportunity. And so the idea that certain students might perform better than others, or might actually exceed what's expected of them, is something that I think is antithetical to Democratic ideology. So in some level it's deeply surprising. I think it's politically surprising. I think many parents are proud of their children being able to go and attend the best universities in the country. Now, I think Yale has its issues. Put that to one side. That's a different issue even relating to threats to free speech. It's not the same Yale or Harvard that I knew when I went to those institutions. But I'll tell you, my parents and other parents of kids like mine, they were proud that they didn't expect me to go to Harvard. They didn't expect me to take a track. They was hoping that I would, have a good education at Ohio State, in the state where I grew up. And the idea that I went somewhere beyond what was expected of me at the time was something that they actually were proud of, rather than demonizing that success. And I think it's great that JD Vance, he attended Ohio State. He was a great student there, went to Yale Law School. He was a classmate of mine there. That's a mark of pride in the United States, that somebody is able to go from humble backgrounds, people like myself or JD, to be able to achieve an educational experience at some of the best universities that exist in the world, right here in the United States. That's a pretty bizarre thing for Tim Walz to actually go after. I think that, first of all, the idea of attacking someone for being weird is itself an anti-American idea, because America was founded on exceptionalism. So you know what, if you're going to be the best student in the class who goes on to achieve great things in your life, by definition, that's a good type of exceptionalism. Right? America's weird because the idea that you get to speak your mind openly as long as I get to in return, or that the best person gets the job regardless of their creed, or that we can be trusted to self-govern. Those were weird ideas back in 1776. So in some ways I reject the whole premise that this idea of attacking somebody or their political ideas is weird. That's the wrong anti-American way to go in the first place. But by normal standards, if we did want to actually engage in a discussion about which side had weird policy proposals or weird antics, I think we have a much stronger case in return. JD's a great guy. He's a good friend. He's warm. He's somebody who we've been over to his house for Thanksgiving. Our kids are of similar age, or his are a little bit older than ours. And it's exactly what you want, is forget weird or normal, is the warmth of people who care about people around them, and the warmth of people who want a better life for their children. No, that's not weird. That's American. And I think that's what we got to embrace.
I'm Tiana Desher for the Washington Examiner. For more coverage all election long, subscribe to the Washington Examiner and visit washingtonexaminer.com.